Yo, once again, everybody, hello. My name is Muso Mafisa, and welcome back to In It for the Tech, where we touch on all things cryptocurrency related, blockchain related, NFT related, DLT related. Yeah, this is your channel, okay? In my last episode, I had walked you through my journey of how I got introduced to cryptocurrencies and how I lost out on opportunity. But now, we're in this together and we're gonna grow forward together, right? So in episode two, we are talking about non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Yes, the hype is there. It is no longer a fad. There are real use cases and a strong argument for why NFTs are going to be adopted on a massive scale, right? Now this ultimately presents a new way for art to occupy time and space, guys. We are in the future. The future's not coming. It's here. Don't sleep on this, right? A great example is CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks, when they initially came out, they were free. And now you find a single CryptoPunk going for millions of US dollars. Convert that to rands and you no longer have to suffer, guys. NFT. Fungibility, right? It's basically the idea of an asset that can be exchanged for a similar asset of the same value. Fungibility is not what works for NFTs. Fungibility works for normal cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano. There you can exchange one Cardano for one Cardano. As opposed to NFTs, you can't necessarily swap. The value is not interchangeable. Scarcity drives value, like you have no idea. Now, another exciting part about NFTs is how they configured, right? You can actually set up a NFT and deploy what you call a smart contract. The basic premise of a smart contract is a self-executing application that cannot be modified once it's deployed. So it runs completely like automatic, right? It's automated, and it also provides the surety of no point of failure during a transaction. You can actually set up an NFT with a smart contract that says every time an NFT is traded, sold or bought, a slight portion of that fee can go to, I don't know, a school that was damaged, or can go to a business, that was burned down, or go to an establishment that needs to be rebuilt. NFTs also present a huge advantage to industries outside of art, right? For instance, you can actually tokenize real estate. You can tokenize gold. You can tokenize literally anything, guys, anything that has value and that needs to be, verified in the blockchain that represents unique ownership can be made into an NFT. So as a corporation, or as a business or a company, you're asking yourself, why? Why should I have an NFT? What's the buzz? It's probably a fad. That's what they said about the internet 20 years ago. And look where the internet is now, right? In Africa alone, we've got a deep desire for financial inclusion, right? A desire for representation. And what COVID has done and the shift into a digitized, tokenized world has precipitated the perfect conditions for mass adoption on the continent. And we, as the retail investors, the small guys, right? The guys without massive liquidity, we are able to support ourselves. We are able to make passive income from this new technology. Using game mechanics or game theory, you can incentivize people with, tapping into the NFT marketplace or market, industry by, presenting these things aligned with something that they love. That's what you should do. That's what I'm personally trying to do in creating a black orientated NFT marketplace that is going to support black graphic designers, black artists, black whatever. If you black, my nigga, and you creator and you want to make extra cake, not even just paper, now we're using open source computer code. That's the new money. If you want to do that, stick with me. I got you. I've got a plan for us, okay? So if you are an artist, or if you're a brand or a company, NFTs are an amazing way, a cool way to engage with people who consume your content, guys, right? We've never had this before. As an artist, you can release an album that's an NFT. You have your audience or customers, whatever, buy it, right? And once it's traded or sold, you can automate royalty streams. That means you as an artist can get paid simultaneously with your fans. You've never heard that before, right? You streamline payments from the NFT album into the fans' crypto wallet, right? Or into that orphanage that you want to help, or into the business that you feel deserves a second chance while rebuilding South Africa, right? We need alternative plans, guys. NFTs. Again, before we digress, right, bring it back to the center here. I want to make sure that you guys understand that NFTs bring, an opportunity for artists to monetize their content while cutting out the middleman. The disintermediation of this whole process is revolutionary, guys. We no longer have to, get left behind because of huge barriers. I'll make an example. YouTube requires you to have 1,000 subscribers or a certain amount of watch time, and when Spotify, the proceeds from streaming gets paid out fractionally in the artists who make the music, and more money goes to them. I mean, it's ridiculous. With NFTs, we cut that out. With NFTs, you get paid directly. It's like the direct interaction is amazing, guys. That's never been seen before. And blockchain, along with distributed ledger technologies, allows that transparency to happen, so that when a platform has your NFT and you are selling it and it gets sold and bought, you make profit directly. Net long NFTs will be the evolution of content on the web today. One thing you should definitely not sleep on is the programmable foundations found on NFTs, guys, right? They exist in a truly digital space. As we all know, technology moves really fast, like at breakneck speeds, but the trend and the trends rather, and the sentiments, the idea of adopting this is actually more slower than the development of this technology. We don't want to wait years for us to benefit from this. We can benefit from this today. One of our most evident flaws is that we overestimate what can happen in 2 years, but we underestimate what can happen in 10 years. We're going to see I'm talking about all of the world's financial assets. They're going to migrate to on-chain protocols. Now I'm talking about classes like real estate, talking about stocks and the like, right? NFTs are doing that right now, along with cryptocurrencies. What this means is that intellectual property is also going to be on-chain, right, in the form of NFTs, right, bringing forth a new world of tokenization. All of our interactions, right, from legal documents to contracts to writing to music and movies, are going to be stored on the blockchain. Whether you're going to be streaming on something like Theta, or if you're going to be streaming music in Odious, I don't know, but the opportunities are massive. An amazing thing is that this could all be fractionalized, guys. Just think about this. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, right, we didn't think that the world is going to go on the internet. Now the entire world has moved online. The natural, most basic step is everything going on the blockchain, right? From online to on the blockchain. Blockchain is the evolution of the internet, basically. The internet 3.0. Now, one thing I'll tell you is that buying NFTs requires a lot more research than buying normal cryptocurrencies like Polkadot or VeChain or whatever you want to buy, right? NFTs are a great way to heighten what we call as a digital literacy, leading us into the fourth industrial revolution. This is not only exclusive anymore to high-income countries. Hey, sivugile mzansi. With art, we can minimize the digital divide, right? The divide of equality, the divide of wealth. We are decentralizing wealth redistribution through art via NFTs. Now, NFTs are the key to providing digital inclusion. As I mentioned earlier, they have less barriers to access, guys, unlike traditional financial systems, okay? The underbanked and unbanked can now tap into an entirely global economy in a decentralized manner. Another great examples of NFTs, guys, you have what you call decentralized domains. There's a platform called Unstoppable Domains, right? Get yourself a domain, and what that does is it creates a unique domain that cannot be censored, that cannot be controlled or taken down by a centralized figure. It's something that once you claim, you own for the rest of your life, right? And the crazy part about it is that now there are more use cases to those, NFT domains or unique domains. Like you can use a domain that's decentralized as an additional wallet address, as opposed to the long, confusing, and complicated alphanumeric, address for crypto or sending crypto. You could make something as simple as musomafisa.crypto. Simple to remember, right? As opposed to ASGW, that's long. No. You use the short, sort of, easy to remember, easy to capture name that you get from the decentralized domain that you can use as a wallet address. That's incredible. That's amazing. That's never been thought of. And more use cases are going to come. Things that we've never thought about, right? There's a study somewhere that says 60% of the jobs that'll be in South Africa alone, 60% of those jobs in 10 years don't exist yet, right? So as the industry grows, more of those jobs, more of these entrepreneurs, like myself, who've got all these ideas, we would be able to, create these opportunities. With regards to NFT, all value lies in the idea of ownership. IP, guys, intellectual property is something we should take very seriously. These huge corporations and multinational conglomerates are benefiting off our data, of our information, right? We don't control or own that data anymore. And Web3, right, the decentralized web, brings opportunities for us to take ownership, to take power back into our hands. NFTs are a great way to do that if you haven't noticed. A good example as to why NFTs are here to stay. You find major global icons such as Jay-Z and even Jack Dorsey, who's a visionary. They have tapped into the world of NFTs. We've got Sotheby's, a well-renowned international art exhibition, right? They are assisting Jay-Z into turning, one of his classic albums into an NFT. We've got Katy Perry, who's collaborating with Theta Network on releasing her sort of NFT, prizes or NFT, drops, you want to call it. We've got Jack Dorsey, who sold the very first tweet ever made by him as an NFT, and that sold for millions, right? Not to mention, we've got the source code for World Wide Web, right? The source code for www, guys, has been turned into an NFT. I know this is a lot of information, but bear with me, okay? An NFT is a cryptographic token, which can also be known as a digital signature to certify or authorize ownership, right? Because the entire value proposition behind NFT is the ability to verify. Now we're no longer using narrative-based, arguments. Now you must verify on the blockchain, guys. You can't manipulate anymore. If you don't verify it on the blockchain, then it doesn't exist. Guys, it's time to reimagine a digital framework for content creators like myself, like you guys, some of you watching, to thrive. Let's thrive, guys. Digital scarcity brings value to blockchain projects, right? You need to find the relevant partners in order for your project to succeed. Now, this technological paradigm shift, right, is moving the middleman out, right? Now, you don't have to deal with an A&R guy. You don't have to deal with a distributor. You don't have to deal with the middleman or what. No, you deal with the consumers and customers directly in a distributed shared network that's transparent. Now, cryptocurrencies and NFTs eliminate what we know as bureaucratic hurdles, right? We no longer have to rely on an incompetent government, right? We can rely on ourselves, our minds, our abilities and our skills, our God-given skills can alleviate us from this poverty-stricken situation, okay? Now, our key focus, guys, is helping you guys unlock value in your skill sets and your industries, in your careers, because now situations is difficult in Mzansi, right? We don't have, like I said in my first episode, we're struggling from leadership deficiency. It's still a serious thing, okay? Now, this is gonna help us find an alternative way to generate income. All right, I hope that, does it. I hope you guys have learned all about NFTs. Dab, now hit me up. Follow me on Instagram, infinite_moose. Follow me on Twitter, @awesome, and we will be breaking down some of these revolutionary ideas, revolutionary concepts. And thank you so much for watching. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be on this very cool cryptocurrency, blockchain, DLT, NFT orientated channel. Woo! There we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. See you next time on In It for the Tech.